Hello everybody, in today's video we are going to talk about the next step for the US dollar and also other major currencies. And so this is a step 2 on my forecast. It's a continuation of my previous call, the one I made 2 years ago, which is this guy right here. Got just a little bit ahead of the target. But again, it wasn't a straight target that we had in mind still. It was very, very, very close. But it's not over. It is just the first stage. And before I continue, this was the call that I made recently on the Champions Club, not the call, the analysis, for bearish continuation in the short term for the US dollar and not only, okay? So I'm not going to just talk about something that just happened because that's not how TA works, right? So here we are going to take a look on what is going to happen in the near future. And instead of drawing lines, talking about patterns, structures, we will mark events and then we will talk about possible outcomes and structures. But again, everything will be based on external fundamentals, okay? There is no such thing as support or resistance. It's not going to work. So first thing, now on November 2, or just a second. So this is the monthly. Let's go into the weekly. So right here. So next week, as you guys know, we have a FOMC meeting and they will raise interest rates again. The question is, they are going for 0.75 and then 0.50, something that I talked about and explained it before. But whatever they do, we will start to see a big move in opposite direction on January, February, all the way to June, July. Okay, so decreasing rates are cooling off a little bit. I'm not sure if they are going to zero again, but if it just halt or go back, the markets will start to react like they are right now. Before suspending my account on Twitter, I shared this with you guys that there is no crash coming right now like people were talking about. They were in a countdown. Now they already changed their expectations that they see the crash is not happening now. We talked about a 3 months to plan and 12 months to prepare. You guys remember this? And we are pretty much ahead in the schedule. Okay, so the next phones, if I'm not wrong, is before Christmas. I don't remember the day exactly, so let's go on 19. Okay, so here's the thing. I strongly believe we are going to see a losers rally or short-term bearish continuation into the dollar. It is going to impact the US bonds as well, okay? So the dollar will go down, US bonds will go down as well, probably big time, okay? To then, in 12 months, we will start to see a recovery from the dollar and the bonds. In between, what is going to happen? The British pound, the euro, many other currencies will go up against the dollar, okay? So it's literally 12 months or so to get prepared, you know, to make a plan, to quit your debt. This is not financial advice. We talked about this before. You guys know what I think about it, okay? And also what is going to happen, it is going to be awful, completely awful, okay? So yeah. Just okay, so the next two phones. Now let's acknowledge December 2023. right here. So it's not far away, and this is the weekly chart, okay? 2022, okay. Let me see if there is enough room. I think it is going to be too small for me to draw and you guys to see. So I will zoom in and then I will zoom out. Okay, so let's focus here for a moment. So this is almost, folks, 1 year. The 12 months we've been talking about, okay? So we will see sort of a small reaction again on the dollar and bonds to then going down big time. So let's use a arrow here. And then we go down all. So I'm not looking for a downside target, okay? So it's too early to look for a target without any clear structure, okay? I am more concerned about, let's say, the peak or the top that is going to happen right after this period of time. So just for the sake of this example, let's put the dollar down below here, okay? Again, this is just a example expectation. And what is going to happen in the other side? Dollar down, bonds down, the stock markets will go up straight, probably with a sharp correction in between 6 months, maybe. So 40 in 4 months, that's 8. So let's make 5 and 5. Okay, so 5 going straight up, 1 or 2 months correction, and then 5 again. Something like this, because it is not just going to shoot up without stop, with no stop. So the next step will be we already have inflation 9%. We are most likely going to see hyperinflation, and it is going to be out of control, and even the Fed won't be able to fix it without breaking everything, okay? The Fed here, it's actually not the bad guy. They're trying to save the federal government, okay? So they are trying to stop the fire by throwing gasoline. That's what they are doing. So right after, we will see the dollar going up big time again. Also bonds and the stock market will start to go down. So a crash, that major crash, could happen by late 2023. I think it can, but I don't know if it is possible looking into the Fed perspective, and why. If the Republicans they won the Senate and the House, they probably are not going to raise the debt ceiling. So if they don't, the Fed won't be able to do anything. The federal government will just enter into default. And so everything will collapse, even without the Fed making any move. But let's say they do. They default. Everything will goes down. We will still have hyperinflation or big inflation. The Federal Reserve probably is going to step in with 10 or 15 or 20% interest rates, just like Paul Volcker did back in the day. There is no other way to fight inflation, folks. If it is at 10%, interest rates must be at least 12, 11. So today it should be at 11, but it is at 3.25 if I'm not wrong. Okay, so it's more than enough evidence to understand what is going to happen. Another thing, if you haven't seen, please check my one of my latest videos called The Harvest Season 2022. I explained everything there with details, okay? So this video is just a continuation of the harvest and from the others to come, okay? It's like a book. I'm putting things together in different videos and just different kind of markets, but they are all correlated, okay? So what comes right after, so let's say the crash happens late 2023, which I don't believe it is going to happen. I mean, it is possible. I just don't think it is going to be so fast, okay? The dollar around the world, it is going to, we are going to have big time liquidity, okay? That's a fact, because there will be turmoil, problems, hyperinflation. People will stop spending and they will start to save. And all those big players in the, actually not all of them, but many, they will be the first to leave. They have the biggest positions, okay? So they will take a lot of money from the markets. And so there won't be enough money to pay everybody who will be looking to sell, okay? So we saw this in the crypto market many times. And yeah, so after this, so we are right now in late 2023, so let's try to figure out 2024. That's basically what we are doing in the Champions Club. We are 1-2 years ahead, and even trying to acknowledge the effects of 2025 and before 2030, this 5 years gap. We are already trying to get to this thing, bring it to light, into a better perspective, okay? Because we know that right after things crash, it is going to take at least 2-3 years, let's say, to see the bottom, or to see inflation just vanishing, prices adjusted, the new monetary system, and all these things that you guys are aware, okay? So now let's try the technical analysis based on all these things that we just talked about. I think there is a probability, so this is not a call, it's too soon, but there is a big probability that we can see a second target, second step for the US dollar into this period of time. And it can be, folks, can be around 130, 135, maybe a little bit more, okay? So let's start here. Actually, just a moment, so close. Okay. We have a major level that is at 144, okay? Which, if we draw a fib retracement here, please have this in mind. All these things that are going to happen are not based on technical analysis, okay? Also not based on Fibonacci and the retracement, none of this. We use these tools, these fundamentals, plus external fundamentals. We put things together, and then we can have a much better idea, okay? So think about this. PK Pro from fundamentalistic analysis, usually they are not, how can I say, big knowledgers of technical analysis, okay? So fundamentalistic person, technical analysis person, which sometimes, or the majority of times, are not into the fundamentals, okay? But if you can put all the two together, oh boy, welcome to a brave new world. So, right here. Just like here, it's a move above 780.60, which is aggressive, is strong. But again, it is not going to change the dollar trend, which is bearish. The macro picture, multi-years, but it doesn't mean that strong moves aren't going to happen, because they are happening. Okay, we can see, and also we are acknowledging all those fundamentals. So now you must go right here. Just a second, let me get closer. So what we are looking right now is the one that we just talked about. Let's go there again, late 2023. So this is the expectation for a pivot. It's not a call. Okay, right here. So, and also 2025, because it's a very, very important year right here. So also close. Again, just another thing. Why I'm so confident on this? Because all the previous calls that I made, I was right. The dollar, the euro, that the stock markets wouldn't crash. Also gold, very important to remember, folks. Dollar, a little bit move up by next week. Then December, then right after it started to, we start to go down. The gold will take a small hit, so probably a bit of downside, and then going up probably too late December. Okay, so into this scenario, again, just a recap. There is a probability to see the US dollar at 144 or close to it, and there is something, there is always something else. We can't forget we are talking about two distant events, but they are also connected. Okay, so people who are talking about a crash, we are not going to have a single crash. We are going to have multiple crashes, but the most important ones are going to be the stock market crash. So the stock market goes up, then it crash. The dollar is going down, then it is going to go up big time before it crashes. That's when we are going to see the implementation of the digital dollar, the new monetary system, so on and on and on. And another thing, the dollar will be backed by gold again. Yes. If I'm not wrong, is right here. Okay. I strongly believe it will be delayed from Congress 117. Okay, for the reasons that we just talked about. And this year, if I'm not wrong, it's on December, they will raise the debt ceiling. I don't remember if it's every year. Forgive me, I'm not a I don't live in the States. But if I'm not wrong, they will have to approve or not on December. So this is probably going to be moved for late 2023. Okay. And there is another thing to consider. I strongly believe they will only bring the gold back after the crash. Okay, because prices will be readjusted. Also remember, in times of inflation and hyperinflation in the past, when we came to the point to start deflation, that's when they use it to create a new currency. Okay, that's how fiat currencies died in the past. But again, this time we go up, hyperinflation, then deflation, and then after the fix, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. There will be a lot of volatility, and yeah, so it's like trying to catch a falling knife. Okay, so these next 12 months will be months to get prepared, folks. Okay, make some money, save, pay debt, stay cool, plan, and let's get prepared. Okay, I want this to be a short video, 20 minutes already. As you guys can see, there is a lot of things to talk about, to consider, and I prefer to soon make another video, okay, because otherwise it also can be overwhelming. Okay, so I will be updating you guys. I'm planning to record short videos, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I will try to see if it is possible, because it's very complicated to put all those things together. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this can bring you some light, help you somehow. And I will ask you guys one favor. Share this video with your friends, with your parents, with your boss, with your neighbor. Try to talk with them about these things, okay? Because it is going to be awful, folks. A lot of people will be catch by surprise, and it is going to be a catastrophe, okay? If you don't want to share my video, I understand. Watch the video, understand what is going on, and then just talk to people, okay? Try to get people educated about this, because we still can reach a lot of people, okay? And help these people, okay? So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for your support. And let me know what you guys think below in the comments. And I will see you guys soon. Stay safe and see ya.